like total, getting lost. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the free sky's the limit. A nigga never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? Huh? I see you later. They come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Become my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it. And hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them, stole with them. I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80 lunch, 80 lunch. I had enough heart for most of them, long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to in-glass, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. After realizing to master enterprise and I ain't have to be in school by 10, I then began to encounter with my counterparts of how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections, drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately, Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer, while we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm sewing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. Stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 88. Long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to English, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts on how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88. And live the phrase, sky's the limit.
Oh my god, bro. Just fucking crashes. Alright. Man.
Oh shit,
Man.
what's up, guys?
What is going on, guys? What is going on? So you got a couple of you guys here, of course. Always you guys. We love you guys, man. Let's hop right into this intro before we get this thing on the road, man. So what is going on, guys? We are back with yet again another edition of the Notorious podcast, man. This is episode 139 of the news, man. If this is your first time watching, guys, do not know how the show works. Every Monday we are on here with Notorious Unscripted, and every Friday we are on here with the news. If you guys did miss this past Monday's edition of Unscripted, was that the right way to end William Regal's AEW run? We'll definitely get into that a little bit more on Monday. I think they did the best with what they were given to kind of write him off, and they made it pretty sad, man. So we'll talk about that on Monday.
Definitely,
But
man.
absolutely, absolutely, it was well. It was well done, but it could have been done better, obviously. But
Yeah.
for what happened, and we
I
were
wasn't left wanting a lot more.
definitely. I like
You know
how
what I mean?
after that they all kind of banded together, and Mox cut that promo. So it was well done. It could have been done better, but it was done well to the point where it ties up loose ends because Regal ain't coming back. Let's just be honest.
No, exactly.
Unless Vince McMahon gains control again and refires him, he ain't coming back. So that's just that.
Exactly.
And that's fine. You know, we'll get into him first. We told you guys we were gonna get into his news on Monday, so we'll start you guys off with that, and then we'll end you guys with this Sasha Banks story, man. I know you guys are excited about that from the looks of what I'm seeing. But yeah, so we'll definitely get into that, man. We're very excited. But yes, if you guys did miss that, was this the right way to end William Regal's AEW run regarding not this past Wednesday's promo, but like I said, the segment that he did with Max where they wrote him off, put him in the ambulance. You guys can now watch that. That is episode 120 of Unscripted. You guys can now watch that on all platforms, man. Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. And if you want to see it first, join us right here every Monday after Monday Night Raw with Unscripted, man. So, with that, if you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official, beautiful Notorious Heels podcast merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this video. It is also in either mine or Sir K's social media pages, man. So, with that, man, you can get all 8 of these beautiful designs in more than just t-shirts, long sleeve, tank top, youth, pullover hoodies, whatever you want, man. It is live on the Bonfire merch shop for you guys, man. We got, like I said, all 8 designs. The flag design, the skyline design, the base logo design, the best kept secrets to the IWC, the Riddler-inspired IWC's best kept secret shirt, the scratch or glitch logo, whatever you want to call it, the only community that matters. This one.
Us. This community, bro.
The Uncrowned Kings of the IWC, the Biggie inspired shirt, and the Christmas shirt, man. If you guys want to get into the holiday spirit, rep some of the Notorious Heels podcast Christmas merch, man. You guys can go ahead and do that. Again, link is in the top of the description of this video and is either in mine or Sir K's social media pages, man. Not hard to find whatsoever. And yeah, man, if you guys have not picked up all 8 of these beautiful designs, again, live on the merch shop right now, man. So, with that, if this is your first time watching, guys, do not know who we are here at the Notorious Heels Podcast. I am Johnny Mayhem, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. How's it going, man?
It's going good, man. It's going good, man. Just been chilling, man. Just been chilling. Ain't been doing much, bro. Just been chilling, bro. Waiting for the holidays, man. Hey, I'm just waiting for the holidays. But yeah, man. Can't wait for tonight. Tonight's gonna be fun as hell. And I ain't talking about SmackDown nor Rampage, even though I'm gonna have to peek at Rampage.
Yeah, definitely.
The peek at the rerun to Rampage because that looks interesting, man. That does. I seen the spoiler. I'm not gonna say it, but that's a goat right there. People were shitting on that too.
We'll
Apparently
talk
people
about.
don't like them.
Fuck them. We'll talk. We'll talk about that. Definitely, we definitely got news on that. But man,
Shit. But
yeah.
like, oh, go ahead.
No, I realized you weren't finished. I thought you were done. My bad.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're good. You're good. Like Durante always says, man. How's life? How's family, man? Life's good, man. Family's good. What about you, Durante, Logan, Bell? How are you guys doing? What about you, bro? How are you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Excited for tonight. We get to see our boys. So shouts out to Khalil if you're watching this, man. We're happy that you back, and we're excited to see you, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's watching, and I don't care that you don't want me to mention your name, Khalil. So there you have it. Khalil. So yeah, we get to finally see our brother, man. So it's gonna be exciting, man. So haven't seen him in a minute. Me and Sakara are excited about that, so she better be a movie, and
Oh, yeah.
that's it. So, yeah, man. But other than that, bro, nothing much going on, bro. Just here to talk about some news, man. So obviously, this is the highlight of every Friday. So yeah, man. Uh, but yeah. Otherwise, I'm good. Man. We got some exciting stuff coming up here at the Notorious Sales Podcast. So that shit's to be excited about. And yeah, I'm excited to keep furthering the growth of the podcast for you guys, man. And yeah, man. So yeah, that was that's that, man. So
Hell yeah,
that's pretty
man.
much what's on
Hell
my
yeah.
plate right now. It's what's on my radar. Also, I feel like it is only right to pay our respects to one of my favorite rappers that actually passed away yesterday. It feels only right to say this, man, but yes. So yes, if you guys listen to any kind of rap or anything like that, everybody knows who Juice World is, man, and he passed away 3 years ago to yesterday. So I just want to pay my respects, man. Crazy,
That's
crazy,
3 years
crazy.
ago.
3 years ago, bro. Crazy what that man's music has done. We back.
No, I hear you.
Okay.
Goddamn.
Goddamn, bro. In the middle of my speech. But yes, man. So, yeah, so rest in peace to him, man. Again, it's crazy what that man's music did for me, even to this day. So yeah, man. I felt like that was only right to mention, man. But other than that, man, yeah, man. So just to read some chat, Durante said, oh, as Durante always asks, how the hell could I forget? As Durante always asks, I'm good, man. Family's good. And what about you, Durante? It's great to see you, bro. And what about everybody else in chat? Logan's here, Bell's here. So how the hell are you guys? And yes, thank you guys for being here as always, man. We missed you guys.
Hell yeah.
Durante
Truly.
says, yo, what's up, my brothers? What up? How my brothers doing today? Does Sasha even want to come to WWE? I think that's a fair question. That is a fucking fair question. We'll definitely talk about that later, but, you know, we'll definitely talk about that later. We will definitely touch on that. But, Bell says,
Oh
hi,
yeah.
everybody, with the Sasha thing. I really don't know what's going on because I could see her doing New Japan and being Soraya's partner, but I could also see her doing New Japan and Royal Rumble. I just don't know. Plus, Carl Anderson wrestling and Luke Gallows appearing at Wrestle Kingdom rumor. I don't know. I will know for sure next week, too. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
Durante, bro.
Don't do this, bro.
Did I really just read
No.
that? Don't say that, man. Please. And I think yes, Bell's response recaps that perfectly, man. Please do not speak that into
It really did.
existence. I know that wasn't your
Do not.
intent, Durante. I love how we always say things. I love how we always say things about Charlotte. Like we'll always like everybody does it. Everybody brings up the what if Charlotte came back in this, and then everybody just jumps down their throat. I absolutely love it. But
I love it. It's playing. It's so fun because it's what happens.
literally, Charlotte comes back and does this. Like when she comes back, she's going to be doing something big, and that's the part that I absolutely hate because even
It's
though
guaranteed.
even though at this point she technically is going to be making the SmackDown Women's Division better, after a while, we're all just going to get sick of her again. And I mean, now
Exactly.
she's going to make it better, but fucking Nia Jax can make that SmackDown Women's Division
Yeah.
better at this point. That is how bad it is. So, you know, not really saying anything about Charlotte, because literally anybody on the planet could make the SmackDown Women's Division at least a little bit better. But even at that, bro, I mean, it's rough.
I'm telling you, man.
It's really rough for that division.
It really is, bro. It really is.
Definitely, bro. But yeah, man. So, man, William Regal. Ooh,
Damn.
All right, man. So Tony Khan we also got some rumors to go over. I don't know how much validity these rumors have to them, but a lot of rumors have been going around. So we'll definitely mention those. We'll
Mhm.
definitely mention those, but let's go over the facts first. So Tony Khan on the Ring of Honor final battle, media call, he addressed William Regal and his status, as we all knew he would, because
Tony Khan don't want rumors and all this random shit going around. He just wants to say it how it is. This happened. This is how it's going.
absolutely, absolutely, you took the words right out of my mouth. It was best. I was gonna say it was best for Tony Khan to come out and do this because with the the toxic rumor mill that's been going around in AEW, the last thing you want is another thing to be flown across people's minds. And,
Exactly.
you know, oh, well, nobody listened to William Regal, and William Regal, that is the last thing you want. So it was only best for Tony Khan to come out and set the record straight, as he should on a lot of these occasions, but here, and the reason he probably didn't for some other ones is because a lot of those rumors are probably kind of true, and that's why he couldn't come out and say anything, or else he just looked like a bold-faced liar. But with William Regal, obviously, more times than not, a lot of those rumors probably didn't have any validity to them, so he wanted to come out and address the status. So on the media call, he did not listen to anybody's questions before he stressed his point about what's been going on in his personal life and then how that tied into William Regal leaving AEW. So, Tony Khan has confirmed during the Ring of Honor final battle media call that William Regal will be leaving AEW and returning to the WWE, where he will be able to coach his son, NXT's Charlie Dempsey. I did not know that.
No clue.
However, Regal won't be able to appear as an on-screen character in WWE for the time being. All Out and Grand Slam, and then another around the time of his birthday. It was at this time Regal. It was what the fuck? Where did I completely just lost where I was? Okay, All Out, Grand Slam, and then another around the time of his birthday. It was at this time Regal requested that AEW didn't exercise his extra year included in his contract. Due to everything going on at the time, Khan understood that it made sense to accept Regal's request, although his own situation, why he'd want to be over there with his family. Khan also stated that Regal will remain with AEW over the Christmas period and that his mother is getting better. So yeah, man. Prayers definitely go up to Tony Khan and his family, and
Yeah.
my God, that man
sucks.
has had a fucking horrible last quarter of 2022.
Go fucking Punk do that. You have that personal shit. You have people like, holy shit. Damn.
I could definitely see why the shows have been a little lackluster.
Mm-hmm.
But
Definitely.
That's
why you make a team.
Exactly. This is why I stress that Tony Khan gets a team that, if he falls like he did here with his personal life, he has people that will catch him. He has people that will hold the fort, so to speak, man. So, my God, I mean, geez, absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. I believe he said his mother had suffered a stroke. I think he said 2 of them. But man, I mean, that is just, he spent a lot of time at the hospital, And he actually said that he took Regal's phone call sitting outside of the hospital. So, man, I mean, this man just had his plate full. Full to the max, and it's absolutely horrible to hear that he had to deal with so much bullshit in the later half of the year because of stuff in his company that could have been so easily avoided and
Exactly.
and handled by or handled like adults, you know what I mean? But unfortunately, that's not how everything went down, and I'm sure that added so much more stress on his plate, which is absolutely horrible for the man. But William Regal. So William Regal is done with AEW. He's done with AEW. It's official. Last week we reported to you guys the rumor that he was that he could be done with AEW, but it is official. It is official, man. So the next part I really wanted to go over because it's very interesting. So William Regal cannot appear on WWE television as a part of his AEW release.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Tony Khan also revealed he was surprised by Triple H's tweet from about William Regal from November. Now he's talking about the tweet where Triple H said a couple hours before War Games went on the air, tonight wouldn't be tonight without this, and it was a montage of William Regal screaming War Games. So, of course, Triple H. Okay, we're back. I apologize very, very much. Good Lord. Okay, so back to what the hell I was saying. All right, I guess we'll just start that from the top again. So William Regal cannot appear on WWE television as a part of his AEW release. Tony Khan revealed that he was surprised about Triple H's tweet about Regal from November. Now, obviously, he's talking about the tweet where Triple H said, you know, tonight wouldn't be tonight without this, and it was a video montage of William Regal screaming War Games. Of course, Triple H mentioned on Twitter how it would be nice to hear William Regal announce War Games is coming. Cassidy Haynes of BodySlam.net covered the media event via Twitter. He said, Tony Khan is asked about Regal's release and if it is conditional or if he is allowed to appear as a talent. Tony says that he believes that the deal allows him to coach, but that he will not be appearing as an on-screen talent next year. Tony Khan says he was surprised by Triple H's tweet about Regal. So,
Shit.
if he had so this is the interesting thing to me. So, if he had a contract that had a 1-year out clause and AEW didn't pick that up, why does he have a release? I mean, I do get that he requested them not to pick it up, and I'm assuming that's why the release is in place. But that kind of sucks if you're a talent.
Leave.
Yeah, that kind of sucks if you're a talent, because then that means that the out clause only works in their favor, and you don't. Like, what if you wanted the out? So it kind of sucks. I always kind of thought that the out clause was in case you didn't want to renew as well.
And you could just straight up just be free.
But I guess not, man. And I guess, you know, with that, Tony Khan. So here's the other thing. A lot of people are trying to act like Tony Khan is giving everybody a 12-month no compete.
It's William Regal.
Yeah, I mean, it's Regal. And if Regal told him, I mean, because at the end of the day, if Tony Khan said, okay, you could go be free, Regal told the man, I'm going there to coach because I want to coach my son. And then he just appears on WWE television as like the Raw GM, for example. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then if you're Tony Khan, you kind of just got fucked. So at least, at least, at least Tony kind of got, yeah, countered it a little bit, but at the end of the day, it's I did not know that, you know, those out clause kind of only works in the company's favor. It doesn't really work in a
Yeah.
talent's favor at all, because if I put an out in your contract, or if I have an out in my contract, and if I choose to be out, or if they I'm assuming if they wanted him out, then he would just be free to go and his contract would just expire.
They
But
just drop him.
but I'm assuming because William Regal wanted out, then they still have the power to keep you from being an on-screen role in the first place. But again, if Regal specifically told him he wanted um
Damn.
if Regal specifically told him that he wanted to be there to coach his son, I would assume that, you know, I feel like we all assume this about William Regal. He's a man of his word. So I guess I guess, man, but I mean that seems a little wild to me. I mean, 12 months?
That's a long ass time, bro. Do like 3. A normal something, man. Yeah, it's kind of a long time, and Regal said in that situation that like he's fine with that. You know, he's okay with not appearing on TV for a year, but like, shit, man, that's a lot. Imagine if you weren't cool with it. Might as
Yeah.
well just stay in the company for the extra year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's, yeah, I did not think it worked like that, man. I really didn't.
Yeah, but I also hope, and I feel like it won't, but I hope that Triple H lightens his heart a little bit to the All Elite brand, because Tony Khan could have picked that motherfucker right back up and had William Regal stay there for the remaining 2 years of his deal. But no, he let him out, and he specifically said on that media call that he understands that Regal not only has a son, but the most important part, and I hope Triple H heard this, he has friends that he wants to coach with. Who the hell do you think his friends are? He's talking about Triple H and Triple H's team and the team at the Performance Center that William Regal, you know, William Regal was a huge part of he was essentially Triple H's right-hand man. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now we got that fucking cockeyed motherfucker booking this horrible-ass NXT. I mean, goddamn. Could we get a better right-hand man for Triple H? I mean, good Lord. So I hope Triple H heard that, and I hope, and I feel like it won't, like I said, because Triple H is Triple H, and man's is just out for blood here. But you know, I hope it made the relationship a little better after that daddy ass stuff, because even that, at the end of the day, Tony Khan didn't do anything wrong. He wanted something in return for giving you for letting you borrow one of his talents. I mean, and it was the most minimal thing on the planet. All you had to do was say AEW. And everybody knows about AEW regardless, so just fucking say it, and he couldn't do it. So that on Triple H's end was just pure pettiness.
That's sad.
Like, look, I get it if Tony Khan said, all right, write me a check for $5 million, or write me a check for $1 million. Like, fuck you. I'm not sending you no money, but all you had to do was say 3 letters, and you couldn't do that to have daddy ass.
That was it.
Stupid.
When fucking Sami Zayn said it live on television, and they fucking mixed the whole segment after that.
Man's got talked to by Vince McMahon.
What about AEW? And that was it. Segment cut. Just, yeah, we ain't doing
Never did that electric chair segment ever again. That is the best part. That is the best part about that electric chair. And it's so stupid because Sami Zayn was absolutely right. Like, if you guys are gonna sit me in this electric chair and have you ask me anything on the planet, and you guys are fucking asking me about the most stupid things on planet Earth, do you want to win a championship? What? What kind of fucking question is that? I mean, good God, man. Do you like Braun Strowman? I think they were like in a feud at the time. Like, no, motherfucker. What do you think I'm gonna say? Yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. I fucks with him.
Yeah, he's my boy.
No, nobody's saying that. So Sami Zayn was absolutely right, and I mean, technically speaking, he was correct. But to Vince McMahon, that boy was losing his fucking mind.
What about AEW? I would love to see Vince's face.
Like, honestly, ask him what he fucking thought about Double or Nothing. It was after Double or Nothing anyway. What was your favorite fucking match, Sammy? What was your favorite match from Double or Nothing 2019?
That was funny as hell.
Golly, can we get Triple H in the electric chair segment? What the fuck are you doing with Johnny Gargano? That's the oh my god. CM Punk coming back, man. Why is that cockeyed fuck running NXT? Why?
Bro, that shit sucks. I swear to God, get his ass out of there. Put Regal in that spot, please.
Man's is hot garbage. HBK said he would be thrilled to have William Regal back. He better be fucking thrilled to have William Regal back.
Thrilled. Yo, that suck.
Oh my god.
Chair.
Man's is hot.
Gave him NXT.
Garbage. Hot garbage. What the hell are you doing down there?
I'm telling you.
Golly. So yeah, so that was the so that's all the that is all the concrete news about William Regal. However, oh jeez, we got more of them. You guys looking for lovers? The bot's back.
I don't see him actually.
Oh, well, never mind. They're not here yet. They will be. All right, man. So William Regal, man. William Regal is done with AEW. The reasoning being told is that he's close with Triple H, but his wisdom in coaching was not appreciated / received the way you would think by some in the AEW locker room who feel they have 6-year, multi-year deals and Regal's advice is behind times and beneath them. This was confirmed by Brian Pillman Jr. on Twitter when he claimed that only a select few, including himself, would come to him before shows. Allegedly, Regal thought there was an immaturity issue in management. I feel like I've heard this before. Suddenly, I'm craving muffins, but I miss Regal, is what Pillman said. Genuinely always look forward to anything he was involved with. Kinda hope they used him in a similar role when he's back in WWE. Oh, now that was just the end of the article, but that was the tweet is what Pillman had put out. But look, man. So the part that EC3 had said, here it is.
It was fucking bull. That shit. Wow. I knew that shit was bull.
While speaking to Sportskeeda on Sportskeeda Wrestling's The Wrestling Outlaws, former WWE star EC3 claims he heard the former NXT manager expressed regret almost immediately after his debut, and felt there was a maturity issue within the company's management. Dude, right there, EC3 claims he heard. That is where it should end.
You just cut it right there, bro.
I mean, look, if you would have said Regal told me or something like that, it would hold a little more, it would hold a little more something, but you heard don't mean shit. And in the beginning of his AEW run, what was there necessarily to regret? Now, the thing about maturity, I could see William Regal maybe having a little bit of problem, not a problem with it, but I could see William Regal being culture shook. Now, I could see him having a problem with it because you got to understand. Maybe there's not a maturity issue in AEW, or at least how business is ran over there, but you got to understand where William Regal has worked in the most business of business of environments.
That's it.
Yes, William Regal worked in WWE for how many years? So you just know that was the whole point of AEW. Is it's not going to be ran like WWE. Culture is not going to be like WWE. Product is not going to be like WWE. Stuff, that is kind of that is what AEW was built off of. So the fact that, I could see there being truths to that, but I don't, I think the reason William Regal wanted to go back, and it's as plain and as blunt and as understandable as you can get. He's got his son, and he's got his team and his friends that are over there, and that's the culture that he likes to work around because they've built something, and they've built something special. And they have, and it was all stripped away from them, and now they're coming back. And this is what they want to do. And William Regal signed with AEW because in March, nobody expected Triple H would have full control of the company or creative control of the company by the end of the year. So, I mean, it's as plain as you can get. Now, like I said, do I think that is just all 100% a lie? Not necessarily. I could see, you can't tell me William Regal went there and was like, oh man, this is run great. No, because
this before guy is really nice.
Exactly. So William Regal worked in a culture in WWE that he was used to, and AEW probably just wasn't his cup of tea, and that's fine.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. And with all these guys not taking advice that people always talk about in AEW, like Punk was talking about it, they're saying that's what Regal believes. Man, I don't get why they take that close to heart, bro. If they don't take your advice and they fail, it's on them, bro. They learned that lesson. Exactly. Like, I give advice to someone. They can take it or not. They don't take it. They don't take it. They do. They do. That's all taking advice is, bro. If someone wants to take it or not. And that's all it is. I hate when people get, like, in their feelings about it. Like, I don't think William Regal did, but we all know fucking Punk did, man. And I don't get that shit.
Yeah, I mean, look, man, like, you got people coming to you that want to learn. That says more about them than it says about you going to them and saying, hey, can I teach you something? You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
Take care of the people who look to you for advice. And if there's people that don't want to look to you for advice, if they fail, that's on them. If they want to go by trial and error, that's on them. It says nowhere in their contract that they have to listen to advice. Now,
exactly.
If you want to, if you still want to give them advice out of the kindness of your heart, hey, I think you could have did da-da-da-da-da better. And they take it, then they take it. And it is what it is. But if they want to say, oh, well, nah, I don't think so. And if they fail at it again, it's on them. Because you did everything in your power. You gave them your advice. They didn't take it. They fell on their face. That's on them. It is what it is. I'm dead. But again, the same thing happened with CM Punk. The only difference about this is Regal was brought in as a coach. So I would hope they listen to him a little bit more. Punk was not brought in as a coach. Punk is a talent. He's no better than any of them. The only difference is their payroll. That's about it. He is a talent who is higher on the card, and yes, he's a veteran. And I don't know what Punk was complaining about. He has people that go to him. He said, Dax said before, I always went to Punk. Me and Cash always went to Punk. And I'm sure there was people in the company. I'm sure MJF went to Punk. Why do you give a fuck about Hangman Page? If he wants to go by trial and error, he's pretty fucking popular, so he must be doing something right. I mean...
Exactly, bro.
And if FTR wants to listen to you, go ahead, by all means, take care of them. Give them all the knowledge that you have to offer, and they'll be fucking great for it. But if you're giving Hangman advice, and especially with Punk, because a lot of the time I heard he was telling people to stop doing things that got them over.
Yeah.
If they are comfortable doing something and in their role, if they don't want to listen to you because they... Like if Hangman was like, oh shit, Booker T said, I shouldn't keep drinking this alcohol, so I'm going to stop drinking it. What? What the fuck? What? Who gives a fuck what he says? If you think that is something that's a part of you, for example, and you think that's something that gets you over, which for Hangman for a while it was, why would you stop doing that? And hey, if it fails, it fucking fails, and you get back up and you try again. John Cena always talks about how failure made him him. If he didn't fail, he wouldn't be John Cena. You know what I mean? So if he went by everybody's cookie cutter advice, well, do this, and he was just staying in line, probably wouldn't be John Cena. He'd probably be released and probably working at fucking Ace Hardware right now.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? No, he failed time and time again, and he got his ass back up and tried something different, and I'm sure he took advice along the way, and I don't think Hangman is not taking anybody's advice, but if you're giving me advice that is just flat out dumb, I wouldn't take it either.
Exactly.
Plain and simple. I mean, but for William Regal, I mean, he was brought in as a coach, and again, if you give people advice, like if Brian Pillman comes to you every fucking day, feed his head with the best of knowledge because he wants it. You know what I mean? But if there's guys that don't want to listen, if there's guys that, are just straight up cocky and they're just being dicks about it, sure, you could put them in place, whatever. You know what I mean? As you should, because you're a coach of the company and you're William fucking Regal. But look, man, if these guys are just simply like, all right, I'll think about it, but, probably not going to use it. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. But I could see William Regal getting pissed off if these guys were being assholes to him. But if you are an asshole to Mr. Regal, you have no place in this business, bro.
Exactly.
But, I mean, if these guys don't take your advice, it is what it is. Just move on to the next guy. Try to help him, So, yeah, man. But, again, as far as the management goes, I can easily see William Regal having a problem with it. Or not even a problem, but just kind of being a little starstruck by it. Can you blame him? He's worked in WWE for how long, man?
Exactly.
So, yeah, man. So that's the Regal news. That is all the Regal news we got for you guys. Speaking of AEW, man, AEW Fight Forever. We got an update on Fight Forever. We did not see nothing from Fight Forever at the Game Awards yesterday. So, yeah, man, nothing new coming from there. This actually comes a couple days ago. Fightful Select is reporting that AEW Fight Forever will be a single release that will evolve over time with new additions instead of a year-long release.
Thank God, bruh. Thank fucking God. They're doing
Definitely.
it right.
Definitely. And the game looks pretty fun. It looks pretty
Yeah.
fun. So, the fact that they're not doing a yearly release, who cares? In fact, that's the way a lot of wrestling fans would rather have it.
Yeah.
However, 2K, we all know how 2K rolls. They
Yeah.
they
Just want money.
yes, they want money. They wanna snag the $70 to $100 out of you every single year, even though their game is nothing but copy and paste. And dude, I don't know. 2K, the only way I'm buying 2K23 is if my GM mode has more championships and an online mode. If it doesn't have that, I'm not fucking touching that game. I'm not fucking
Hell
touching
no,
it.
bruh.
And if the my
Fuck
GM
that
is
shit, bruh.
significantly improved, because dude, um good lord, bro. I mean, it's just I don't know. It's ridiculous at this point, man. I mean, I can't even explain I can't even explain how much it annoys me that they finally we've asked for my GM for so long, and they give it to us and it's fucking garbage. The only way I'm even looking at that
Literally.
game is if my GM has more championships and a fucking online mode. And to be honest, I don't even care about the championships. If it has an online mode, I'll get it. I'll get it to see what's up with the game. But if it doesn't have online mode, I'm not fucking touching it, because I'm sick of these
Ugh.
damn games. There's
Ain't
no
no point.
fun game modes. There's no nothing to do. The game continuously crashes. The game needs to solely be built off of community creations, and if you download too much community creations, you're stuck in Crashville. So that's all there is to that.
Exactly, bruh.
Ridiculous, bro. Utterly ridiculous. However, this is the way it should be. This is the way it should be. The game looks fun, and why are you just going to keep copying and pasting another game, a new game, just to get a new cover and just to get a new this and a
Exactly.
new that? I mean, dude, if the game is fun, stick with the game until people genuinely get bored of the game. Then offer something new. But stick with the game, and if the game is fun, which it looks very fun, just keep adding stuff to it to make it more fun. You know what I mean? And the way they're doing it is very good, to the point where they aren't putting people that are actively on the roster in the game because it's going to make people want them, like FTR.
Exactly.
Like when FTR comes into the game, people are going to be excited because people love Dax and Cash, and they can headline their own DLC and people will buy it, So it's good. It's good. I'm glad we're going with something that we can just enjoy, and we don't have to constantly worry about our money every year when it comes to these video
Exactly.
games. You know what I mean? But yeah, especially with WWE 2K23, back to this for 1 second. With all these fucking games that are coming out next year, we got Spider-Man, we got Jedi Survivor, we got Suicide Squad. I mean, dude, trust me, we got AEW Fight Forever. I mean, trust me. I could find
Oh, need
something
2K.
I could find something more entertaining to spend my fucking money on if this goddamn my GM is just as dog shit as it was last year. But yeah, I don't know. But yes, there's definitely
Definitely, man.
more
Definitely.
I can spend my money on for sure. Yeah, man, but that is the latest. That is the latest on Fight Forever, and I am damn excited for it. It looks great. This story, we brought this to you guys last year, but I guess we brought this to you guys last week. The Rock. We brought this to you guys last week, but there's literally like another sprinkle of, and I feel like we all knew this was going to happen, but either way, it's worth mentioning. Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer. So we brought to you guys last week that The Rock's being discussed to win the Royal Rumble. According to Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has been discussed to take the number 30 spot in the 2023 Royal Rumble. Although, he was sure to point out it was simply just a pie-in-the-sky discussion. Nothing is planned as of yet. And as we know from last week, the rumors that you had been hearing, if he wants it, he's got it. Like a movie audition. You know how they offer a bunch of people, but there's that one huge star, and if he comes to the audition, he's got the part, but if he doesn't come, they got a bunch of backup options. Literally how exactly this is going to go. So it looks like Cody's one of those stand-ins, you know, where if Rock doesn't show up, Cody's just fucking sitting there crying. But bro, if you dude, if you're Triple H, fuck Dwayne Johnson. And
exactly.
I mean that in the most respectful way possible. Because you are, and Dwayne should know this, you are in a spot in your company where you have all these NXT guys. You have a lot of these guys that everybody knows to be Triple H guys, and you are going to do the most Vince McMahon thing ever and have The Rock steal a spot that should rightfully be Cody Rhodes. Give this accolade to people that have not held the accolade before. I don't know if The Rock has won any Royal Rumbles. I'm sure he has, but I don't know if, I feel like I've never, has The Rock ever won a Royal Rumble? Maybe, I don't know. The point I'm making is The Rock is a made star. Cody Rhodes is a star, however. I'm not saying he's not a star. I'm not saying him winning the Royal Rumble is going to make him a star because he's already there. But Cody Rhodes is a guy who's never won the Royal Rumble, and he can add that to his list of accolades, and it'll be an incredible start to the road to WrestleMania. You give that to The Rock, it looks like nothing in your company has changed from last year's fucking Royal Rumble that was given to Brock Lesnar. It was given to Brock Lesnar. It looks like nothing in your company has changed since last year, and that is, he has. Okay, I felt
okay,
so. But dude, it looks as if nothing in your company has changed. Meanwhile, this year's Royal Rumble, see, everybody keeps talking about these statement shows with Triple H. They're going to keep getting bigger and bigger until WrestleMania. Everybody's going to say Royal Rumble is the biggest statement show. Then WrestleMania is going to be the biggest statement show. And then hopefully the whole statement show talk will have went down because he's built his way up to WrestleMania. But WrestleMania is going to be his biggest statement show. But this is going to be a huge one. Because this should be the year Johnny Gargano has a great showing in the Royal Rumble. Seth Rollins gets some love in the Royal Rumble. All of your guys get a little love in the Royal Rumble. Maybe you call up a Tyler Bate to be in the Royal Rumble. Maybe you fucking, I don't know. Maybe Cameron Grimes is probably getting called up in the Royal Rumble. I mean, you have so much. You have so much to prove in this Royal Rumble. Giving it to The Rock is throwing it all away. And if you think you're going to put Cody Rhodes in that Royal Rumble and throw that motherfucker over the top rope with any reaction other than boos, you're out of your mind. You are out of your mind.
Literally. And they talk about statement shows. The statement that shit would be telling me is shit ain't changed, bruh. So why would I watch it like I didn't like to watch this company for the last 3 years? It just makes me want to watch this company way less than I already fucking do. So don't do that shit, bruh. Don't do that shit. Because the statement you're making is that it's going to be the same. And you don't want to make that statement, man. You really do not.
No. No, no, no. Absolutely not. Exactly. Yeah, Logan says Cody is also a guy who hasn't won the WWE title either, which I know Rock has won many of those. So, I mean, come on, bro. And if I'm Dwayne, I am specifically making sure I am busy for WrestleMania season because we don't have time. And I hope he knows that, and I think he does. He was tweeting at Cody Rhodes while he was in AEW, telling him that he was a star, and I hope you let Cody's star-making moment, one of his star-making performances, go off without a hitch, because, my God, that is just that would be highway robbery, man, if Rock did that to Cody. It needs to be Cody Rhodes. And again, if you're doing Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship, it's only right you do Seth Rollins for the Universal. Or you have Cody take both of them and have Seth beat Cody for one of them. Just another idea. But personally, I would do Seth on one night, Cody on the other. So that's how I would do. Seth got robbed of his Universal Championship match, so it only makes sense that Rollins goes after the Universal, and Cody Rhodes has staked his claim at the WWE title for a long time now. So, ever since he's came back to the company, really. But, yeah. I mean, that's just how it has to be, man. That's just how it has to be. And Bell says if Cody doesn't win, the only other person who could get away with winning is Sami Zayn. She says, I will say if Sami Zayn won instead, I can't exactly complain about either. Yeah, even that would fucking work. Yeah. Sami on one night, Cody on the other. There you go. Something other than The Rock.
Exactly, bro.
So, yeah, man, that is the latest update. The Rock went from winning the Royal Rumble to, winning it, just but also coming out at number 30. So, way to Roman Reigns 2017, your Royal Rumble, if that goes goes off.
Exactly.
So, speaking of not Roman Reigns, but one of Roman Reigns' most recent challengers, Drew McIntyre. You see the tweet on your screen? He tweeted this out, man. Unfortunately, I am medically disqualified to compete this Friday on SmackDown. I don't like to miss any shows, as everybody knows, but I promise I will be back soon.
Damn.
Drew McIntyre was scheduled to team with Sheamus on this Friday's SmackDown to challenge the Usos for the Undisputed Tag Team Championships. However, he has now revealed on Twitter that he is not cleared to compete. The nature of McIntyre's injury is currently unclear. Yeah, man. So, prayers up for Drew McIntyre. That absolutely sucks. I heard they're expecting him to be back by the time they film their Christmas shows. Oh,
yeah.
Did you hear that news about Christmas Raw?
No. Oh, no. Oh, God.
So, it doesn't pertain to us, but, so, if Christmas Raw is going to be on the 26th, I believe the 19th, not this upcoming Monday, but the next Monday, WWE tossed around ideas of having that live audience sit there for 2 Raw tapings. 6 hours. A 6-hour Monday Night Raw for that live crowd.
Bro, they're
Oh.
dead during the. Bro, they're dead in the fucking second hour. Imagine
Mm-hmm.
hour fucking like 4. Oh, dude, that
Mm-hmm.
they can't do that if they wanted to. They're gonna have no crowd noise. I mean, you'll have people there. They ain't going to. Bro, what time would they get to leave, bro? What, 2 in the morning?
Honestly, dude. Honestly, because what I was thinking was maybe you let the fans in a little bit earlier, but then that makes no sense because then you would have to film Christmas Raw, and then you would have to film the Raw that's supposed to be taking place a week before the one that you filmed before the show.
Yeah, so
So
that
you
makes
would
no
have to
sense
do
either.
it afterwards. And if you start the show at 7 o'clock and it ends at 10, that and 10, 11, 12, that means you're getting out of that stadium at 1 in the morning. After 7 to 1 of Monday Night Raw.
7-1, bro.
Yeah, so
Holy fuck.
that's not that's not really news or anything, but I really wanted to
Holy
mention that to you guys
shit.
because I've heard that WWE is tossing that idea around, and I don't know where they're at on the 19th of December, but oh man, I would I
Oh,
would
bro.
I would have my full on Heath Ledger Joker arc by the end of that show.
I'd be driving. Oh, dude, imagine all the random shit you have to watch. Oh, fuck that, bro. Fuck that.
Oh man, you'd have to see fucking Damage Control get buried twice in the span of 6 hours. Fucking
You'd have to see fucking probably like 2 Miz TVs. Oh, that sounds horrendous, bro. They literally can't do that, bro.
I mean
Ain't no way they would be sitting there that long.
you're paying for one Raw and you get to watch two, man, but at what mental and emotional costs are you doing that at?
Yeah, fuck that.
Golly.
6 hours, and you probably get there at like 6, anyways. Most people get to the arena at like 6.
Let
So
me
if you're in that arena for 7 hours,
let me see where they're at on December 19th.
I mean, if they're in Hickville, I mean, what else are those people gonna go do?
Why is it not saying? Oh.
Oh God, where are they?
Oh yeah, that crowd's fucking snoozed. They're going to be in Des Moines, Iowa. Oh, they're fucked.
Dude, they're I mean, what else are they gonna do? It's not like they're gonna go to a fucking
Yeah.
do anything afterwards in Hickville, but they're gonna be slumped.
And those places, they're fucking slumped 30 minutes in.
Bro, I'm telling you,
You
they're
know,
just hyped for the intro.
I was going to say, they make a little bit of noise for that opening promo, and then they're done for the rest of the night.
Dude, I hope they do that. I would love to see, because the crowd will just half the crowd will dip out at the end of the first one. Most people ain't staying that long, so we'll have like a small. That's funny as hell, bro. That's funny as hell. And the best part, how the hell are they gonna film it anyways without doing that? So they kind of have to do that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly, bro.
Good lord, good luck, man. Fuck that, bro.
Yeah, I mean, unless they pick like a Wednesday or unless they pick like a Thursday to just go to some random arena, sell tickets for a Raw taping and film it then. But I'm sure it would cost them a lot less to just do two.
Do it afterwards, because you already got the stage there and shit.
Which also
It's not like you got
means,
to be at the next Raw.
yeah, which also means, I believe, let's see. So the 30th would technically be a New Year's SmackDown. So that means on the 23rd, somebody would also have to sit there for a 4-hour SmackDown.
I mean, you get 2 highlight segments probably. That's the
Yeah.
only positive thing I could think about you
You
seeing.
get like 2 Bloodline segments. Shouldn't be so
Probably like
bad.
4, in that fucking group.
Yeah,
But,
definitely. see.
That sounds fucking like a chore.
Let me see where that SmackDown is.
Hopefully they're in an actual city. Yeah, like who builds an arena in Iowa? You
I
know what I
know.
mean?
I know, right?
Why build an arena there? What you building that arena for?
And I according to the website, it's called the Wells Fargo Center, which I believe used to be the one in Philadelphia. Oh wait, no.
Yeah,
Wells
it's
Fargo.
Fargo Center. Hmm. Maybe they have multiple places that they owned as arenas. That's fucked, bruh. Hell no. 6 hours of Monday Night Raw. 4 hours of SmackDown. Oh,
Oh.
dude, and they gotta do like the main event tapings too.
Oh.
So you are there till like 2 in the morning for Raw because they gotta film main event.
I think
They
they
gotta
do
do
main
all that.
event before,
Oh no.
luckily for them.
Oh,
So they don't, they could easily just miss that and just show up for the beginning of Raw. Oh, it's called the Wells Fargo's Arena. The one in Philadelphia is the Wells Fargo Center.
okay.
So they do own
Man.
multiple. I don't know where that SmackDown is, but God bless. God.
Oh,
Also,
God.
that actually moves us perfectly into our other story. John Cena. John Cena will appear on the SmackDown episode, the final SmackDown episode of 2022. The December 30th show will take place in Tampa, Florida. Oh, so they're not filming for that episode, the New Year's episode.
Oh, okay.
With Variety reporting that more announcements are planned in the coming weeks. This is great. Also, another thing real quick, just on this topic. So that Monday, that December 26th Monday Night Raw, they are, the other option is for them to do, and they used to do this in NXT a lot, we're going to do a best of 2022 show.
That's smart. I would just do that.
Where you just have the commentators, like
voice stuff over.
Yeah, just so these were some of the best matches of the year, and then they show a match, and then they say on to the next match, and then they show another match, and they just keep going down great moments and promos and matches of the year.
Yeah. I mean, I would do that, bro. Ain't no way I'd be sitting there for a 6 hour Raw.
Yeah.
Imagine those camera people, too.
Because NXT used to do, that's when they did their best of, like, year-end award show, but, and they don't really have those yet with Triple H in charge. They probably will next year, which that should be cool to see, but yeah, they don't have that yet. So the other idea was that they were just going to do a best of 2022 show, which is probably the way to go. So you don't have to do that to your poor fans.
I hope so, bro, because that is fucked.
Yeah, absolutely. But yes, back to John Cena. This is great, man. I hope he sets up something for Mania. I don't know if I've heard rumors that his schedule is going to be a little busy around WrestleMania time, but I hope those are just rumors, and I hope we see him. I hope we see him pop up at this year's WrestleMania, man, because I miss some John Cena on television. I really do. I love when John Cena's on television. He is just great. He's the GOAT. He really is.
Truly, man. Truly. I hope he can do something at Mania, man, because who doesn't like to see Cena, man?
No doubt. So yeah, man. Cena will be on SmackDown, final SmackDown of 2022. And, yeah, it's going to make for an even better show. That means we'll have a Bloodline segment, a Bray Wyatt segment, John Cena segment. So it's going to be a decent show, man. It's going to be a decent show.
Hell yeah,
Bell says, SmackDown is my favorite show of the week, story-wise lately. So SmackDown wouldn't be bad. Wouldn't be that bad. Not at all. SmackDown would be better than a 6-hour Raw. But yeah, I mean, story wise, they're letting stuff breathe. They got good stories on there. I mean, it's not
Yeah,
that bad. I mean, there are bad parts, but
not at
there's
all.
bad parts to every single show that you watch. As far as
Exactly,
wrestling's
bro.
concerned, but SmackDown's killing it right now. I will say.
Yeah, they've been doing great, man.
Yeah. So yeah, man. NXT. NXT.
Oh God.
NXT is returning to the road for premium live events in 2023. It's
Oh
about
God.
fucking time. However, I genuinely don't know of people who would
Would buy
spend their
tickets to
money.
that. Let me
However,
go see fucking scripts in the fucking North American title match. Oh yeah. Take my fucking $170, please.
good God.
Get the fuck out of here.
So that's the negative part, but that performance center crowd is one of the worst crowds I have ever heard. I genuinely think
Yeah,
I've
it's
ever heard.
horrific.
They are so fucking bad as an audience. The only good thing that they did that the main roster audience doesn't do is sing legato during Santos Escobar's song. And
Mm-hmm.
I will. That's the only thing about that crowd when they would go legato. You guys know, but bruh, dude. Other than that, that crowd is so fucking bad. It is so bad. I just hope the crowds that they eventually find themselves in front of are actually excited about the product and they're excited to watch NXT.
I
Then,
hope so, man.
but at the end of the day, if they're not, who the fuck can blame them? Because that is so bad,
Dude,
so bad. I mean,
get the fuck out of here.
but it's good for the brand to get out of that horrendous crowd every once in a while. WrestleVotes is
It really
reporting
is.
that NXT will be returning to the road for future premium live events. This Saturday's NXT deadline will emanate from the Performance Center. However, the next event, Vengeance Day, will take place on February 4th from Charlotte, North Carolina. This is this is good.
Yeah,
This
bro.
is.
Why not? Test it out.
I don't think they can. I don't think they could sell out stadiums like they used to, but I think they could go to little venues that like Ring of Honor goes to, and I
Yeah,
think
do
they
something
could.
like that.
And I think they could garner a pretty decent audience in there, and I would hope that whoever's buying tickets to these shows are a little more fucking intelligent than the people that sit again in that performance center.
I hope so, man.
Belle says she would pay her money for Vengeance Day tickets for one reason: to watch Mello beat Braun Breaker. Yeah,
Mm,
but the way Shawn Michaels is going, man, Braun Breaker looks like he's going to looks like he's just gonna be
yeah,
fucking
never
champion
listen.
forever.
Exactly.
So the only way I'm going to an NXT live event, a premium live event for NXT, is if I'm pulling up to that fucking black and gold logo or something
I'm telling
that resembles
something.
what Triple H done.
Oh, bro, imagine going up to an arena and all the fucking logos are that fucking god awful logo of NXT.
No,
That
I'm walking
rainbow
away.
monstrosity.
I'm
I'm
walking away.
turning back, bro. Ain't no fucking way.
Or even if it is their white and gold logo they got going on now, dude, the only way I'm ever going to an NXT show is if they get back to resembling their indie spirit. And not
Exactly, bro.
signing these fucking athletes who cannot wrestle to save their life, or these people that just downright suck. So
Just, oh god.
it's good for the brand, but before we worry about these premium live events going on the road, we need to worry about getting NXT back to premium television, because television sucks.
Dude, it's so fucking bad. You can't go sell fucking tickets for shit while you're putting that on TV. Maybe with the correlation of them not doing that and Regal come back could make for a better outcome, but under Michaels, ain't no fucking way. Especially if those tickets are expensive, they better hope those tickets better be cheap. If they're fucking
$20 a pop.
WWE pay per view, bro, if they aren't fucking dirt cheap, I wouldn't go if it was in my city. I probably wouldn't even go if they were dirt cheap.
I wouldn't go if I
Like,
live right
come
next
on,
door to
bro.
the fucking arena.
Bro, I'm telling you, I don't want to waste my fucking walking time.
Man. Isn't it crazy that
God.
Braun Breaker has been... I know he hasn't been champ for a year, but because I know he lost it like for a small period of time, but man, it's just it's so crazy. He's like been kind of by the time, like, if he loses it at Vengeance Day or the WrestleMania weekend show, he will have been around that championship for a whole entire year and a half.
Damn. God.
The
Damn,
same guy.
that ain't right.
And this
The
brand was
same
supposed
guy.
to be about the future.
And it's just been about one guy. That's good, but ain't even that good.
I mean, Braun is good. He's only
One
gonna
guy.
he's only gonna get better. But I mean, one guy, man,
One
can't
guy.
can't put all your eggs in
Damn,
one
bro.
basket, especially when you have other people on that show that are really good as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's absolutely crazy to think about. Man. Yeah, I hope 2023 is the year the Braun Breaker and Mandy Rose hard-on ends. Mandy Rose
I
is
really hope it is.
probably going to be the only NXT Women's Champion in 2022.
Probably, bro.
Crazy.
Damn. That's crazy. That's nuts.
Crazy, man. But yeah, so it's just crazy to me because Braun Breaker, I didn't even really think Braun Breaker was going to do nothing on the main roster under Vince, because if you looked at how he was presented in NXT, regardless on how shit NXT 2.0 was, Braun Breaker was always, looked at as a huge star. Like, he was looked at as the next up. But whenever they would put him on Raw, like when he won the Raw After Mania NXT title rematch against Dolph Ziggler, they couldn't have presented him any more bland than they did then. I mean, they really couldn't have, man.
Swear. It was so fucking bland.
Horrible.
It was horrendously fucking bland.
Bro just won the title and then just left. It was just the most
Just
boring match ever. He just speared him, did his gorilla press power slam, and then that was it.
Just moved on. Just, all right. I got it. Thanks.
Golly. But the interesting thing about Braun is, if he comes up, where does that leave Cora Jade? Because she's probably going to go up too.
I could see her join it. If it's still a thing, I could see her join Damage Control for some reason. Like her and Bailey are pretty. They seem like good friends.
Yeah.
Bailey seems like in a mentor role for Cora Jade, low key. So she would probably join fucking Loser Control.
Oh God.
You know it too.
Yeah.
The worst part.
I could definitely see that, but
she'd be skating down the arena.
Oh my! Do you remember when she tried to skate last year at Stand and Deliver?
God, was like,
and she's like fucking. She didn't even skate. She just had her one foot on the skateboard and one foot on the ground, and she was just wheeling. bro, if you don't get, man, all right, man. So I could honestly see both of them being brought up in the draft, Braun and Cora,
I could really see that.
because
I could
they're,
definitely.
yeah, because they're coming
They're
up
gonna be all
together.
up together and sent to the same roster, bruh. And if anywhere, I would guess he's going on Raw. If anywhere.
Yeah, but it also depends where they kind of put everybody else. You know.
Yeah, and I think with this draft, it's really just free for all.
Mm-hmm.
It's just gonna be just put these people where they gotta be, where it's different.
I still think they're gonna keep Cody and Roman separate.
I think they're gonna keep those the same. I think Cody's gonna go to Raw. They're gonna get the title he wins, and Roman's gonna stay on
SmackDown. Definitely.
I think that's the path. Definitely.
100%. So,
that's the path I hope they go with, because I like Cody on Raw, to be honest.
Same. And I can also see Bray staying on SmackDown, because if we see less of Roman, that means that leaves it open for Bray to be their main guy. Because, when Roman, I'm assuming Roman lost the belts by then. I totally see Wyatt, being that main guy over there. And then I could see Roman being that guy who kind of just comes back for the bigger pay-per-views to just do some random match.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. He'll be put in the Brock spot after he loses those titles easily.
Definitely. And I could see him eventually coming around and doing Bray versus Roman at one of the Manias, because Roman's always wanted it to happen. I mean, that's two of WWE's biggest homegrown stars ever. So,
and anytime they mix it up, it was awesome, bro. Like, I always love seeing that clip of that tag match they had where fucking
Bray's pinning.
Bray did the pointed, and he pointed and fucking Roman. That shit's legendary. I would love to see more shit like that.
Yeah, that was when they were gonna turn Bray babyface, but then they nixed it because he got injured. So, and then they brought him back to do the Wyatt compound.
And blatant fucking
the fucking most blatant Hardy dude.
I heard he's doing good over there, bro. You know what? I think we do the same thing.
Oh my god!
You ain't got a cult no more. You got a compound. Man, what? I was inspired by him. I ain't trying to copy him. Too bad. You're copying him now.
Man. Yeah, Roman wanted to face Bray for the Universal title at WrestleMania, because Roman said it himself. I would prefer Bray because he's a future piece to the company, like Roman is, or at least was at the time. So,
they know each other's value.
Definitely. And that was the thing with Vince, bro. A lot of these times, dude, we just got we never got like those big face-offs with two of the huge stars in the company
that the company made. Like, do it. They're both your two biggest homegrown guys, like you said. Do it. That's what people. And you got the on-screen history. Play up to that too.
Because Vince is more of a guy of, let's put Roman against somebody who is a star of the past.
Exactly.
And not Roman, who's a star of now, versus another star of now. And every time it does happen, it's fantastic. Roman and Seth, fantastic. Roman and Bryan Danielson, fucking fantastic. You know what I mean? And some of his matches were decent with the older guys. I'm not saying those matches were completely trash, but it's super epic when there's two guys that are stars of today. I mean, it's just it's awesome. But
it's like we were talking about a couple weeks ago, bro. Put people in matches that matter. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they're big names and they're big historical names. They don't matter in the current product. Put people that matter in the current product, and you get good shit, bro.
Like look at what had happened with Samoa Joe and Darby Allin. I'm watching that match and I'm saying to myself, this is cool. Dang. Two guys that I fucking care about. They're having a good ass match right now.
It's not some random ROH fucking Tony Nese motherfucker. It's fucking Darby Allin.
Exactly.
It's two great guys, and their styles matched. Roman and Bray have really good matches together. Those two are just styles that matches, especially with this more evolved Roman match. Even though he's way less of a cardboard cutout man, but he's still pretty stiff. But he's gotten even better over the years,
He
man.
has.
So it match would be even better than it could have been a couple years ago. Just do it, bruh. I would love to see that fucking matchup.
Absolutely, absolutely, and just their auras alone sell that match. Just
Oh yeah, bro.
the star power behind those two guys sell that match alone. I mean, it's something we need to see. And like I said, every time they actually have the balls to put Roman Reigns in there with somebody who is another huge star in their own right, it always ends up being great. So I don't know why they don't do stuff like that more, but they don't. But yeah, man. I mean, like I said, man. I mean, with Samoa Joe and Darby Allin, bro, it's like if you put on a great match, if you really put on a great match, the chances of you looking buried in your match are minimal. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
If
oh yeah,
it's
I definitely agree, Bill.
she
Cody
says,
Walter.
can we get Cody and Imperium on the same brand? Kind of would love to see him versus Walter. Oh, Cody could bring back Legacy.
Oh no, never mind. Cut it.
He could bring he could bring in the Nightmare Family to face.
No. You know what? If you want to get them off fucking AEW, do it. I'd rather see them on that fucking show than fucking AEW.
Yeah. Well, now they're the Factory. There is no Nightmare Family because there's no Nightmare on the fucking show. So, yes, that would
his contract coming up too.
Yeah,
He's
and
really going back.
I heard the this is gonna be his last year of actually wrestling in the ring too. So
yeah,
props to him, man. Cheers to a great career. I could see him staying in AEW though. He's said before that he loves it there and
he likes it. He likes helping guys and being just there, being an old guy, just helping. Come on, now, just radioing.
Come on, man. Why you don't want Ted DiBiase Jr., man?
Let's get it, bro.
Nah,
Legacy.
Oh yeah, love Legacy. So you could do Cody, Dashing Cody, and Stardust.
Oh my god,
against Imperium.
They would too. They fucking would.
Vince would totally pull some shit like that.
Would. He would 100% get a guy to be Stardust. 100%. He would.
Wouldn't it have been so funny? Wouldn't it have been so funny if, you know how Seth was like playing mind games with Cody in their feud? If he came out wearing like Stardust trunks?
Dude, he should have, bro. That should. If they re-up on the feud, I could see that happening. I would just love that.
That would be awesome.
I would absolutely love that. He could also maybe replicate some AEW gear too. Maybe like where he lost the TNT title, like that gear or something.
Yeah,
that shit would be dope.
Definitely. Yeah, you guys can send me a check for that, by the way. I know it's gonna happen, but I do take checks. I do Zelle. I do Cash App. Whatever you want. But on a real note, Bell, yes, I would absolutely love to see Cody versus Walter. I think those two would just clash so well. I think they would just have a really good contrast of styles. I could already see Cody jumping off the middle rope for the disaster kick and just getting fucking chopped. Ooh. Oh, man, I love seeing that. Man, I miss seeing a Walter barn burner. We haven't got one since Clash, but it's been too long. It's been too long. I love watching that man. He is great. He is great. I miss those Walter chops though. They hit different when he was Walter. You heard them, like bro.
Yeah, they don't feel the same. They really don't. You
I
kind of
mean,
got to put more mics at by the ring or something since the arena's bigger.
yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. They still look like they hurt. But when he was Walter, they just sounded a lot louder.
Like during the pandemic, that fucking Dragunov match actually benefited from no crowd because
Bro,
you just heard every fucking hit they gave each other, and that shit sounded great.
it was. Oh God, that match was that match was rough to watch in the best way possible. In the best way possible,
Exactly.
that match was rough to watch. I mean, you just heard
Oh god.
death. He
Oh
would love
bro,
to do a
that shit.
cinematic match with him versus Zack Ryder.
That sounds like the ultimate impact shit, bro. I wouldn't put it past him. That Cardona would end up killing Zack Ryder,
Yeah,
fucking
ended up
stabbing him
fucking
or some
stabbing
shit.
him. Yeah, man.
Fucking
Yes.
impact.
Yeah,
Or is
but
he? Isn't he in impact?
no, I think he's just doing indies. Is he in Impact? I don't know. To be
Okay,
honest,
I think I heard he was. I don't think he is anymore. He might be like, who fucking knows? Who knows where that
GCW
fucking nobody is
maybe.
at? Oh, I think it might be. It might be GCW.
Yeah. So
Heard they're coming back too. Good lord.
yeah. so, so uh yes, but yeah, man. I don't know how the hell we got on the topic of Roman Reigns fighting people that matter. But regardless,
Don't do the rock, bro.
yes, definitely. Definitely, man. I also can't wait to do that show, especially this year. Our draft episode of Unscripted, or however the hell we do it next year, that's just about to be heat.
That shit gonna be heat, bro. That shit gonna be great. I can't wait. I hope they
Definitely.
don't fuck it up.
Definitely. Yeah, I always love recapping the draft, either shitting on it or
Oh
being
hell yeah.
excited about something, which that ends up turning into non-excitement. But I digress. Next up, man, CM Punk.
Yeah, this fucking guy.
CM Punk adds fuel to the WWE return rumors. CM Punk seems to be very aware. The WWE return rumors have circulated in recent weeks. The AEW star posted, former AEW star posted these pictures on his Instagram story, as you can see them now. The AEW star posted a photo from his early days in the company, and the posting will only fuel the rumors that he will be headed back to WWE when his time with AEW ends. Punk is currently injured and is still under contract with AEW, but the belief, according to reports, is that he won't be back and that Punk and AEW have talked about a contract buyout. Those got debunked because, according to other sources, they haven't spoke to Punk. So whether or not Punk goes back to WWE is anyone's guess at this point. There is no time frame on when he might become a free agent. Furthermore, time can heal some wounds, and there's always a possibility that something could be worked out between AEW and Punk. So as you see from the pictures from his Instagram story, which, we're not even going to talk about it. We can't view them, but, well, luckily.
You can. You got a second account, but I don't got that shit.
Luckily for Mr. Punk, his favorite podcaster has a personal account. So he posted this picture you see on your left of him with Festus behind him doing his look. But yes, CM Punk, and then he posted another picture with him and Mickie James. So
Impact confirmed.
I was going to say, man, did you see that picture I sent you of him kneeling on the Impact stage crying?
Bro, it's gonna happen.
It's going to happen, dude. He's going to be with Bobby Fish.
Crowd's gonna go mild.
That's right. There's no one there in the first place. But regardless, yeah, man. So these pictures of CM Punk he posted on his Instagram story, what that means, I have absolutely no idea. I don't know, man. I don't know if this is Punk just messing with people or if he's legitimately thinking about it. Which, again, if he's legitimately thinking about, well, not him, but if Triple H is legitimately thinking about having CM Punk back, I want you to think about what your guys think about him.
What does the locker room think? They are what matters.
Yes, because we know AJ isn't accepting him into the community that matters. We know Roman Reigns don't like him. There's a lot of people that don't fucking like him. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's interesting, bro. It's interesting. Yeah, I mean, if he's trying to mess around and try to get Festus back in the straight edge society or whatever the straight edge society, whatever the hell it was called. You know, AJ Styles, he's already got him in his community. You know what I mean? And I don't think AJ Styles is willing to let anybody come into his community. You know, he's very he's very selective on who he puts in his group, and Festus is one of them, man. So I don't think he's letting you take him back. But regardless, nobody knows what the hell this means, and I don't know. I feel like this is just Punk stirring the pot. But if Triple H is thinking about it, if he is thinking about it, yeah, I could definitely see that if he does come back to WWE. I don't think he'll be backstage as much, but then again, are you painting the same picture for your locker room that, nothing has changed and that these older guys who aren't here every week can just come back and win?
Take spotlights and take spots.
Yeah. Something you got to think about, man. Something you got to think about. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's a good move, man. I think in WWE, you're gonna get a lot. In WWE you're gonna get a lot more conflict because once he snaps in WWE, he's gonna snap, and it's gonna be 10 times worse than it was in AEW.
Worse, exactly, bro. It'll be a ticking time bomb, and that explosion's gonna be a million times worse.
Mm-hmm.
You're dropping a nuke in that bitch.
Definitely. So, with that, man, spoiler for Rampage tonight. I know you guys are really, don't want to hear the Rampage spoilers, but, I'm sorry. We got to do it to you guys, man. Spoiler alert. I'll give you guys a couple more seconds in case you really, really, really care about getting your live reaction to the live Rampage. A former, here we go, WWE Tag Team Champion made their AEW debut on last night's AEW Rampage tapings. Former NXT and NXT UK Tag Team Champion Trent Seven made his debut during the tapings for this Friday's AEW Rampage to challenge Orange Cassidy for the All-Atlantic Championship. Seven lost the match, however, accompanied Kip Sabian and Penelope Ford in attacking the
Yep, you failed. They failed already. Episode didn't even air yet. They failed. Jobber Sabian, bro. Penelope loser. Those fucking dorks. Fire them, first of all.
I know I didn't just read that.
Bro, with Kip Sabian, bro. Bro, with Discount Wannabe Pagan Min. Trent 7. What?
Okay, let me continue reading before I absolutely flip my shit. Seven lost the match, however, he accompanied Kip Sabian and Penelope Ford in attacking best friends after the match. Seven was released by WWE in August when it was announced that NXT UK would be ending to make his way to NXT Europe in 2023. It's currently unclear whether this was a one-time appearance or if Seven will be appearing on AEW TV regularly going forward, man. This is the picture of him that was taken by a fan. Shouts out to the fan who took the picture. Yeah, this is him, man. He's got his little mustache, Mountain Trons, Trent Seven. So it's really cool. Really cool that he's in AEW. Hopefully, the beatdown with Kip Sabian was just a mutual enemy thing.
God, I fucking hope so.
I don't know why they didn't keep him in WWE and reform British Strong Style, because eventually, you know, you can have Pete Dunne, you know, turn on Sheamus and go heel because they were calling his ass Butch and they made him anything but himself. So you have a perfect plot for Pete to eventually turn heel one day and go back to being Pete Dunne. But then you could have just put British Strong Style back together and it would have been heat. Then you could have added somebody else to the Brawling Brutes. Maybe you add Wade Barrett. I don't know what his medical situation is, but maybe you add Wade back to the fold with having an in-ring return for him. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting, as I think Sir K is frozen.
Good Lord. Fucking A. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but oh, there he is. Yes.
Wi-Fi, man.
I know.
Xfinity.
Gotta fucking love them, don't you? Yeah.
Assholes.
I understand, man. Trust me. Me of all people. I understand. But yeah, I don't know why they didn't keep him on board to put back together British Strong Style eventually. I thought that would have been great. But it is nice to see him getting some kind of work, and you know, we know he's good friends with the Bucks and Omega, man. So it's really good for him. It's really good for him. I'm excited that he was given a chance, and I hope they do better with him next time we see him on TV, if there is a next time, than putting him alongside Kip Sabian and fucking Penelope Ford. So,
good Lord.
Yeah, man, definitely. Yeah, so that was that is the story on Trent Seven being in AEW, man. It's cool to see. Cool to see. I wish his boys were with him, no matter what company it was. I wish we could have seen. WWE never even capitalized on a British Strong Style. They might have did it once, from what I can remember, but yeah, I mean,
I remember they did it once, but that was it.
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck, man? I mean, they're great, and WWE did not capitalize on that whatsoever. So it sucks, and I wish he could just be with his boys. I think a British Strong Style trio would have went so hard.
Been great.
So to end off the news with the final story for today, man, this broke yesterday. Sasha Banks is expected to be at New Japan Pro Wrestling's Wrestle Kingdom next month.
Right.
Breaking.
Shit.
PW Insider is reporting that Mercedes Varnado, Sasha Banks, is expected to be at New Japan Pro Wrestling's Wrestle Kingdom in January. While it's unclear whether she'll be appearing in front of the live crowd, it was noted that New Japan is bringing in Varnado for the live event. Varnado recently teased a match against current IWGP Women's Champion Kairi and has been training in the U.S. and Mexico since walking out of WWE. Man.
Man, that's crazy.
Really, really. Bell, I have to ask you. I don't know if this is a stupid question. This might be a really stupid question to you, but I need to know the answer. Do people in the UK watch NXT UK?
So during its prime, at least, was it like a weekly thing you guys watched?
I need to know. Or, like, if it did fall off, when did it fall off? Because
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm
I don't know.
curious.
I'm very curious. Or did you guys just
Go
watch
for it.
regular NXT? I'm very interested. So
Very curious.
that's why we love having you here. So,
Exactly.
so you answer all these questions for us. I would have never I would have never known Blackpool was very far away from London without you, Bell.
I
So
would have never known. Never in my life.
so man, this is interesting, bro, because a lot of people are saying that she's made a deal with Triple H. She's made a deal with Triple H that she can go do what she wants to do. It just can't be on American soil.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that because you're doing that with Carl Anderson, but are you going to continue to be this friendly with New Japan for everybody?
I don't think so.
I don't think
Honestly.
so either. I don't think so either.
I'm
I mean,
only saying nice.
it's more likely than Vince, but the only reason I feel Carl Anderson is doing this stuff is because I feel Carl Anderson is doing this stuff is because he came back to WWE when he was the champ. Triple H took him back when he was a champ of a different company. So it's only right on Triple H to do that. But if Triple H didn't want to if Triple H didn't have a reason or if he wasn't a champion in New Japan, Triple H would never in a million years let him go on a New Japan show.
Oh, never.
You know, I mean, he let Nakamura do Noah, you know, which is, I mean, either way, you know, if it's not televised in the United States and if it's on if it's not on American soil, I mean, for WWE standards, who gives a fuck? You know what I mean?
They don't fucking watch it anyway.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, if it's not televised in America, and again, if it's not on American soil, oh well, you know, who cares? But
You know, Bell, that explains a lot. They need to do NXT Japan, and they need the approval from New Japan.
oh,
That's why they're being. So it's
that
not
makes a
because they
lot of
want it.
sense.
That makes a lot of sense. I hope New Japan blocks that, man. First of all, NXT Japan sounds garbage. It just sounds bad. And second of all,
Yeah.
if I was New Japan, don't step on my turf, bro. Y'all got your shit. Stay in your lane, bro. I hope New Japan blocks the hell out of that. But man, that's crazy. That's
I
true.
could see
I didn't even
that.
think about that.
I could see that. Especially if New Japan works a lot with the Yakuza. Whew. WWF.
That fucking that NXT Japan dojo would be getting Molotovs be throwing at that shit. Yeah, they Randy Orton burning that bitch down. The fucking lobster's gonna be standing outside like burning
Dead
that bitch down.
ass. Yeah, bro. I could definitely see that. I
That's
could
true.
definitely see that.
I
But
didn't even think of that.
all these NXT brands, that shit just sounds ass, to be honest. I mean,
That
dude,
shit
how
sounds
much?
straight ass.
There comes a point where you're just putting out too much content.
Exactly.
You know, you got Raw, SmackDown, NXT Level Up, main event,
Oh
fucking
yeah. Forgot
all
about NXT level.
all
They want to
these
bring back NXT Europe. Oh,
yeah, NXT Europe, NXT Japan, they wanted to
India.
do NXT India, NXT Mexico. I mean, what the fuck, man?
How much
That
shit do you want to do?
how many I mean, how many I don't even think there's
Um,
enough wrestlers on the planet for all that.
no, like what? You know, if someone becomes good on any of those shows, they're gonna go get sent to actual NXT and then sent to the main roster. So what the fuck is the point of any of it. Just sign them to your show. I don't
Honestly.
get it, bro. I don't get it. I hope that shit fails. I really hope that shit fails.
Definitely. Definitely. I mean, again, it comes a point where it's just too much content, dude. Like, how much time do you think people have to watch all of this stuff?
Bro,
And
exactly.
you
Like
know
what?
these people are gonna pop up for special appearances, and nobody's gonna know who the fuck they are.
You're just asking for them to get embarrassed.
Yeah,
Just,
man.
just don't do that shit. I hope they block the hell out of that shit.
Yeah, and I don't know, man. WWE's played rough for so many years, so it's gonna be interesting to see how New Japan goes about doing that. And like Bell says, I hope they can be a forbidden door to WWE and AEW.
I kind of hope so.
Absolutely, I would. Yeah, I would really like that. I would really like that a lot. And it's nice. It's nice to see, and I hope we can keep I hope we can mend the relationship between WWE and AEW because there's no
It's
reason for
pretty
it to
awesome.
be as hostile as it is.
Exactly, bro. That motherfucker Triple H's fucking so damn mad. Like, bro, like, no matter what, NXT was gonna die at one point. Whether it was gonna be Vince or something else, and AEW just came along and took your audience. That's all they did.
Yeah,
It was Vince that killed the fucking brand. So don't
yeah,
be mad at fucking TK because AEW killed your brand.
definitely, definitely. And Vince is the one who kind of drove it off the rails to begin with, man. I mean, he made him go to USA, move to two
Mm-hmm.
hours, do this, do that, and
I don't want to do that shit.
that's not what NXT. That's not the shoulders NXT was built on. So it
Mm-hmm.
was destined to fail, and it did. Um, it did over time. But with Sasha Banks going to Wrestle Kingdom, apparently the rumor we had heard a long time ago was that Sasha Banks was done with WWE, but the agreement reached was that Sasha had to wait till January 1st to do anything pro wrestling. Now, this is another thing that's interesting to bring up. Britt
Mm-hmm.
Baker on this past Wednesday's Dynamite, a whole month, over a month before the show happens, she goes on there and she goes on there and she challenges Saraya to a match at the Kia Forum on, I believe, January 11th, Dynamite. That should be the last match in the best of 7. Just, to show you guys how far away that is. It's a whole month away. They announced this match a month before it happens.
Month. Mm-hmm.
Um, Saraya says, well, I don't have a partner, but I'll find somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you going to bring back that you're building this up a whole month for? Thunder Rosa? That wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
make sense because why would they strip the championship from Thunder Rosa if they knew it was just going to be another 2 months before she came back?
Exactly, bruh. Exactly. And whose friend is with Soraya? Who was the who did tech who did Soraya text on her debut? Come
Exactly.
on, bruh. It's if
Exactly.
hey, bruh. I'm not a betting man, but if I was, I think I'd know. I think I'd bet my money on where she's going and where I don't think she's going, man. I don't think she's going back to WWE. At least not now. I don't
Definitely.
think so, man. The way it's looking, and the way fucking WWE hasn't really mentioned her at all, or set up some person coming in or something. Nothing like that for them. It's just this is the path they're going with, and it's just been ass.
Definitely. And if I'm Sasha Banks and I'm looking at the current state of this roster, I wouldn't come
Oh,
back either.
hell no, bro.
I,
What am I coming back to? Jobber control? I either I join them and be a loser, or I beat them and solidify my best friend's loserness. So, and then where you go to you go to SmackDown, you gotta go face Ronda Drowsy.
You're gonna
Like,
do
it's
go
a fucking
fucking
nightmare.
face Aaliyah and Shotzi
Yeah.
Blackheart.
Oh god. Or you go to NXT and fucking beat Mandy Rose for a worthless title. Like, it's not.
Yeah,
There's the WWE's women's division is pointless right now, and I think it's gonna be for a good minute.
yeah.
Why would anybody go there? Why would
And
one of the people that care the most go there?
yeah, and if I'm Sasha Banks, I'm looking at that bullshit and I'm saying to myself, so you want me to come back, but this women's division is still ice cold. What
Mm-hmm.
is she gonna do? Beat Bianca again? Been there, done that. She main evented WrestleMania with Bianca Belair. What's she gonna do, man? Is she gonna come and face Bayley? Is she gonna come face Becky again? Is she gonna face Charlotte again? Is she gonna
Been
face
there,
Ronda
done all
Rousey? Done everything. Like we say about the New Day. They've done it all. They have
they
done
literally
it
do
all.
it all. Just and she's the type of person that wants to do it all, and she wants to go do stuff she hasn't done yet, like a Daniel Bryan. She wants to go and face these random people in Japan. She wants to go and face these people in America. She wants to face her old friends that aren't in WWE. She wants to just go places and wrestle. She was down in Mexico just doing shit for fun. She wasn't wrestling, but she was around that scene. WWE ain't involved in that shit. Come
Yeah,
on, bro. I
and
think. Mhm.
again, if Triple H if Triple H is doing this for Sasha Banks, he's got to continue to do it for everybody. And I'm telling you right now,
Mhm.
he's he's not doing Carl Anderson a favor because he likes Carl Anderson. He's doing Carl Anderson a favor because he knows what New Japan means to the man. And he
Exactly.
knows that he is their champion. So
Mhm.
technically, he shouldn't even be
Yes.
in your company. He
No,
is
exactly.
he should have finished his obligations with them first, then came to you. But you wanted to have him at a certain time when it made sense, and it did. And New Japan, he went right ahead and did it, and he is still their champion. But I guarantee you, after he loses that championship, or
We'll
get
see.
this.
Mhm.
Since he's sending Gallows over there, why isn't he sending AJ Styles over there? Because he wants to play
Exactly.
nice because New Japan did him a favor.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. He
If he
wants to get buddy, but not actually give them good people. He wants to just give them their people and to be happy. Bare minimum.
exactly, and again, hey, why why isn't Nakamura why isn't Great Muta's his retirement tour happening on a Wrestle Kingdom show?
Yeah, exactly.
Why couldn't since Nakamura's going to Noah, why didn't they put Nakamura on Wrestle Kingdom? Kenny Omega's gonna be there. The Bucks might be
Exactly.
there. Wrestle Kingdom's looking fucking awesome this year.
Yeah.
FTR is gonna be there. There's you know,
Sasha.
so,
Imagine that lineup. Kenny Omega, Sasha, fucking FTR, the Young Bucks, Jay White. That shit sounds fire.
Will Ospreay, Aussie
Will Ospreay.
Open, Okada,
That
fucking
shit sounds flames.
that I mean, and why can't we add Nakamura, Triple H?
Yeah.
Why can't we add Anderson, Gallows, and AJ Styles, the OC? Why don't we
That would,
throw in Prince Devitt? Because you don't want to be that buddy. You're just giving
no,
them what you owe them because you know
exactly.
you owe them that shit.
And and you do it because you have to, and you want to get on their good side, but you don't want to actually put your guys over there. No, God, no. That would get them exposure. No,
Or
I'm gonna give you your guys. That's
or
it.
exactly. Or look, if Noah wanted that match, my thoughts completely got misconstrued. If that's Noah's match, whatever. But hey, why not while he's over there, Triple H? Why don't you put
No,
Nakamura on
his
one
own
of those
country.
shows?
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
Exactly. Have AJ Styles go with. That is literally That is
Jesus.
literally like the lowest hanging fruit. What Triple H? Why didn't you send AJ Styles? Since you're sending Gallows, who's not a champ, and technically he doesn't have to be over there. You're sending Anderson because he's the champ and you have to. Why don't you send Gallows and Anderson? And with the hey, might as well send AJ Styles.
Exactly. No, you know he ain't doing it. So it's just Triple H just trying to be buddy buddy. And like, what would Sasha think of that? Oh, I would only be allowed to go here because they want me. If let's say let's say Bailey wanted to go do the same thing. I mean, she's technically in all aspects. I love Bailey, but she's not as big as name as mine. They won't let her do that. That's my best friend. I want her to be able to do that shit too. I want all the women that want to go do all this type of shit to be able to do it too. Why can't she? Why can't they? But if I go to, let's say step foot in AEW, those women are all around. What the fuck is Akaro Shida? She's a champion of some fucking nobody company, and she's having that championship just walking around in AEW. I don't love that they do that, but they're allowed to do that. You don't think Sasha sees that type of shit?
Yeah,
Come on, bruh. Come on.
definitely, bro. Definitely. So Triple H, man, Triple H, he is doing the bare minimum, and like I said,
Mm-hmm.
they sent Anderson because they have to send Anderson again. If Anderson was in the middle of chasing for the Never Openweight Championship and Triple H took him back to WWE, and
Oh,
it was. And it was going to eventually culminate to Anderson versus whoever at Wrestle Kingdom. Triple H wouldn't have sent him back. He wouldn't give no fuck about
no.
the story. Again, the only way Anderson is being sent over there is because it was New Japan that did him the favor and saying, all
Mm-hmm.
right, you go back, it's fine, and we'll still let you hold our championship. We're not going to strip you. I don't know. I don't believe he was contractually obligated to them, but he held one of their titles, and they let him go back without dropping it. So,
Mm-hmm.
but so if Triple H did that, simply because he had to, Sasha Banks, I don't believe is being sent over there from WWE, because if he did that, he's got to send a lot more people
Yeah,
because
you're speaking way more.
because there's people over there that want to do it.
I would
New
love.
when New Japan and WWE teased working together in 2020, Drew McIntyre came out and
Was getting
expressed
hype.
excitement about working with them and working over there and stuff. There's a lot of people I'm sure that'd like to do it. So if you're going to accommodate Sasha Banks, that's not really morally right for your locker room if you send her because she walked out of the company and you're trying to make things right. But all these people that are here and doing your work, doing the work, as Cody says, week in and week out, you're not accommodating to them. That's a little fucked up, man. So
Mm-hmm.
if you do it for her, you got to do it for everybody. And I don't think this is, and especially with the trademarks that have nothing to do with WWE. WWE would not send her over there as Mercedes Moné. They would
No,
not. They would send her over there as
never.
Sasha Banks.
Oh yeah, easily. Like she wouldn't even be allowed to trademark that shit if
Hell
she was
no.
doing it with them. No,
Hell
and
no.
I keep seeing people say, "Well, Sasha's still with WWE right now. She's technically not released yet. That shit ends at December 1st at midnight. That shit ends. And guess when fucking New Japan is? Not before then.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, bro. Come on. When she's let go of that contract and she can go do anything, she's gonna go do anything
Who's
because she can.
this has been kept so private? Who the hell's to say she hasn't already been released, but they just gave her an extended no compete until January
Yeah,
1st?
exactly.
Like, we'll release you now, but you're not doing 90 days. You're doing 6
The
months
rest of
instead
the
of 3.
fucking year. Exactly.
Till the year goes out, and then you can do what you want to do. Who's to
And
say?
then
I
you're
mean,
never illegal.
exactly, man. So I don't know. It's interesting, but again, if this was being sent, if she was being sent over there by WWE, she would not be being sent over there as Mercedes Monet. She'd be Sasha Banks.
Mm-hmm. She'd be the boss. She'd be using her theme song and
The
all that
blueprint.
shit. Exactly. Oh God, was it? Yeah, wasn't that her fucking nickname?
Yeah.
Ugh. I mean, it's not bad, but
Nah, I
it's a
mess with it.
WWE. I mess with it, but it's when those WWE commentators say it. You know what I mean?
The
Their announcers
blueprint.
say the blueprint. Like, bruh, shut the hell up, bruh. Just call it a damn blueprint. She the blueprint. Her hair's
Yeah.
blue. She's a blueprint, bruh. Come on. Well, her hair's kind of purple, but still.
Yeah, or you know, like Belle said, she's still on the website. So again, who's to say she doesn't? Who's to say she didn't? Who's to say? Because I wasn't her contract coming up soon.
Oh yeah, it was coming up soon anyway.
Right. So exactly. So who's to say? Who's to say it doesn't end at the end of the year, and then they just let her sit it out? Because you know, if she was released, I feel like
They would have removed it.
that would have been broke. But so I definitely don't see that. If any of the possibilities I broke up, that one brought up, that one's definitely less likely. But if her contract was up anyway, who's to say who's to say she's just not sitting it out and she's a free agent at the top of 2023? So that's what's most likely, because her contract was coming up anyway. But I don't see it, bro. I don't see
No,
it.
I don't. Exactly. I think I know where she's going, man. And I don't think it's fucking WWE, bruh. I really don't.
I think she wants to be the John Moxley of the Four Horsewomen.
She does, bruh. She wants to be the different one outside of the company doing different shit.
Yeah,
Being
absolutely.
herself.
Absolutely. And having a lot more freedom than WWE will allow you to. And again, if WWE knows this, if they do it for her, they got to do it for everybody, and they don't want to do it for everybody,
Hell
you
no.
know? Because it's supposed to be about changing the culture, and if you do that for Sasha Banks and you don't do that for
Literally,
everybody,
yeah.
that's fucking your whole culture change up.
Exactly. It's not a culture change. It's you bending the rules so you can keep one person
Just
employed.
just like Vince did.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Vince did. So I definitely don't think she's been released, but I definitely think
No,
she's sitting out her deal, the
I
rest of
think
her
so.
deal. And
Mm-hmm.
because she walked out in 2019, when her contract was almost up, I believe. And then they signed her to a new deal, which I believe was 3 years. And technically, that would have been this year. At the end of this year, 2022 was the final year on her deal. So, um,
Literally, man.
yeah, yeah, man. But Sasha Banks, I don't see Sasha Banks pulling up to Wrestle Kingdom as Sasha Banks. I think she is Mercedes Monet, and I think she's gonna pull up on Dynamite. I think just she's gonna show up at Wrestle Kingdom on January 5th, I believe. It's going to calm down a little bit. Everybody's going to be excited. It's
Mm-hmm.
going to calm down. And then she's going to fucking show up on Dynamite as the icing on top of the cake. And I think,
That shit's gonna be nuts. And
yeah.
imagine all out Jamie Hayter versus Mercedes Monet. That's a women's match I'm excited for right there.
And
That's what I'd be looking forward to on a show like that.
Sasha has wrestled damn near everybody, at least all the good ones. She's wrestled
Mm-hmm.
everybody that's good multiple times. She wants to wrestle new people. That's just how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Sasha loves this, and eventually I could see, I don't know about Bex or Charlotte, but I could see somebody like a Bailey following.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Exactly.
out of spite or anything, or maybe
No,
not,
just
soon, but I feel like
one day.
Bailey's the same way. They're best friends and they just want to do everything.
Other shit. Exactly, bro. Exactly. And what was I gonna fucking
But I
say?
could also see
And
Bailey staying in WWE too, so.
I could. And last year, the only reason Charlotte was close to going to AEW is because she was pissed at WWE and being
Mhm.
petty. That was the
because
only
of
reason she
Andrade.
was going to go.
Yep.
Exactly, and her man was over there, and now her man don't even want to be over there. So, so we all know where she's staying, bruh. We
Yeah.
all know it. Becky, if I had to pick someone besides Sasha that's most likely to go, I would think Becky, to be honest, because she seems like the type to like a Daniel Bryan. You know, she loved what she did in WWE. She's very grateful. She just wants to try other shit, man.
That's how I can see
And
Bailey as well.
yeah, I can see Bailey too, man. But definitely, man, definitely. But I think I think we got our all-out match confirmed, bro. Jamie Hayter, Mercedes Monet. Take my fucking money. I want that shit, bro. Give me that shit.
I could absolutely see that. I could absolutely see that, man. Yeah, man. I mean, it's interesting, dude. It's really interesting, but yeah, I see her popping up in AEW, teaming with Soraya. That's my immediate guess. Obviously, things
Hmm.
could change, but it sure is going to be interesting, man. It sure is going to be interesting. Yeah, man. Man, it's gonna get exciting
Exciting,
for
man.
to be a Sasha Banks fan for sure, man. But yeah, Sasha looks like she's gonna be our Wrestle Kingdom, man, and it's gonna be really cool to see how the hell they use her. Um,
Oh,
oh
exactly.
God, yeah,
Yeah,
poor
Sasha's the one
TK.
won over Charlotte. That would have been horrible. Her staying is a blessing in disguise, bro. Because you don't want those butting heads. Good lord, you thought Punk was bad. They're gonna be
Oh,
scrapping.
and that's why I always said, I never wanted Ric Flair over there because
Exactly. It would
he
have just
can
been drama.
he can act very entitled.
Oh yeah,
Texting Vince about the way his daughter's book. Like, dude, your daughter has like fucking 14 world title reigns. Like, dude, give me a
exactly.
break.
You don't need to fucking be a baby.
I can't see Becky leaving WWE without Seth Rollins, and I can't see him leaving. It's
I,
interesting with Seth. I can genuinely see him leaving because he always talks about how he feels like it sucks living in like other people's eras and he never feels like the top, like the true undisputed top guy.
mhm.
And especially maybe a little less now with Triple H, but when Vince was over there, Seth was gatekeeper wrestler.
He was,
Anytime
bro.
they had a big star coming in, they always wanted him to face Seth, and Seth would always have to take the loss. I mean, Seth this year, it's just literally been a story of L's, and
Hmm.
somehow, some way, he still garners himself uh at least a thought of being a nominee for Superstar of the Year. He's been that
Always,
great, and it's
bro.
been all losses. That just goes to show you're great when you make yourself look good, but you're greater when you can make others look good, and he's shown that this
Exactly.
year.
He is that guy, man. And dude, the matches that he would want, that the fans would want, Seth Rollins versus Kenny Omega is one of the most modern dream matches you could come up with, bro. I
Yeah,
would pay so much money to see that match.
honestly, like oddly enough, I can really see Seth like leaving, and
Same. On
on
good
some like
terms.
yeah, I don't see him leaving in like in like a
Oh,
Punk out of
fuck this.
AEW way, but in
No.
like a Danielson way, like we
Yeah,
always
just,
mention.
no one. That shit would be dope. And I would love that. If I could pick anybody that could be in AEW from AEW for a little bit, I'd probably pick Seth first and foremost, bruh.
Same.
That shit would just be fire all around, all the matches, all the story. Him and Mox going not only going against but teaming with each other one last time. That shit would be straight flames.
Bell says he ain't gonna be the top guy in AEW either. I think he'd rather be WWE's number 2 than wherever on AEW's list. So that's the interesting thing with Seth, because I definitely see your point, but I see him kind of like Danielson going to AEW maybe in like the later years of his career, where he's not really searching to be like the main guy, but he just wants to wrestle new people type thing.
No. And look what Cody did. It brought his value up way more. If Cody tried to just come back to WWE the whole time and really just be a part of that roster, he wouldn't be the level if he is now. He went somewhere else, made himself even bigger, and returned. Now, I'm not saying Seth needs to AEW to do something like that, but that would make him 10 times bigger than he is now, just because of the matches
Look what it's done
and
for
the
Moxley.
look what it's done for Mox. Mox is one of the goats now.
Look
I
what it's done
used
for
to.
Danielson. I mean, Danielson was a made man, but Danielson, like, look at all just the bangers people look at for his AEW run, and people love it.
Exactly, bro. And it's different. It's not just, oh, yes, I did the yes thing, so I have to do that for the rest of my career. He's doing his own thing.
Yeah, and if I'm
Look at
being
now.
honest, this is my favorite era of Danielson. I don't know if that's a hot
Oh,
take
easy.
just yet, but I like this a
I like
lot better than
I
whatever he
like
was doing in
Brian
WWE.
Danielson way more than Daniel Bryan. That's just me, bro. Same way,
Same.
John Moxley is a billion times better than Dean Ambrose.
Clears Dean Ambrose.
Clears. And I feel like Tyler Black might not clear Seth. He might not, but I think it'd be damn near close. And I think he would be worth it to just see it out.
Yeah, I definitely see Danielson will 100% go back to WWE.
Oh yeah, that's where he's ending his career easily.
Yes,
Well,
absolutely.
even though he said he would love to do it in a fucking
300 people,
200
like,
person.
get over it. That's not what you deserve, man. You
Stop
need
being
to.
humble, bro.
Yes, you're going out in front of 80K, bruh. That's it.
You got to. It's what you deserve,
That's it.
bro.
That's what he deserves. But yes, Walter and Danielson's been one of my dream matches for so long, and also
That shit
Johnny
was fire.
Gargano. So, dude, man, oh man, it would be spectacular. But I could see Danielson being one of those guys, honestly, when his AEW deal's done, I could see him almost like floating between the two.
I
I
can
could
see
see
it.
him going to work a WrestleMania, but then maybe he works a match at All Out later that year. Or maybe he does Double or Nothing one year and SummerSlam this year. Like, I could see him doing shit like that because
Easily.
he deserves it, and both companies love and respect him so much.
Exactly.
So
Exactly, bro.
definitely, man. And Danielson is a made man on either brand, you know what I mean? So
Either way.
yeah, but with Seth, I could I like I
I can
you
see
know, he's not one of those guys that I think like is just gonna up and leave at his next contract, but I could see him being one of those like really weird ones, like really odd
hmm
ones to like jump
to
ship just
just
because he wants to
try it.
just wrestle new people type thing.
hmm
So
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
yeah, but then at the end of the day, with that, I can also just see him staying in WWE and doing his thing. So, you
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
either way,
Oh,
and
man.
either one I'd be
Oh, yeah.
fine with. Yeah,
Tyler Black
exactly.
at Wrestle Kingdom?
Yeah.
Dude, get that. Whether it's Seth or Tyler Black at Wrestle Kingdom, bro. Give me that Okada match. Give me that Jay White. Give me that fucking. Give me Will Ospreay. Give me that. Because those two hate each other. It's like, man, one thing about Kenny Omega and Seth, they both hate Will Ospreay, bro. I need that triple threat. It's just gonna be those two beating his ass for fucking 30 minutes.
Yeah. Yes. I would love to see. I believe you were talking about Danielson, but I would love to see Seth at a Wrestle Kingdom as well. But yeah, I could see
That should be
Daniel.
dope.
I could see Danielson working
Oh
on
yeah,
all of that shit. To be
all of it.
honest, and
Easy.
he's earned it. And again, everybody loves and respects him enough to the point where I think they would let him do it 100%. So, yeah, man. Yeah, it all just depends on the people, the characters that are involved here, and if these people want to change the scenery. That's one thing a lot of people don't understand, man, is it's not always, especially in this day and age of wrestling, it's not always about like your company. Sometimes you just want
Exactly.
to go do other stuff, and that is what it
Yeah.
is, because there is so much wrestling, and there's all types of different styles, and there's a lot, man. Honestly, MJF, I think, already re-signed, but I could see him either at some point in his career go to WWE, to be honest.
Same.
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 Same. I
I think
definitely.
that I think definitely think that's either what happened or is what's definitely going to happen. I see him staying in AEW at least for his next contract, and then
Hmm.
after that, I could see him going to WWE for a little bit.
Yes. Yes. I mean, so if he's 26 now, I could see him going to WWE around like the 30 mark.
Yeah, like 30, 31, doing it for a couple years, and going into the
Coming
career
back
back in
to
AEW.
AEW.
I
Definitely.
could easily see that.
Definitely. 100%. 100%, man. But yeah. Seth, oddly enough, is one of the odd ones. I could always see like wanting to leave just to do other stuff, whether it is what I said and him maybe doing it in his later years of his career, or what Sir K said, doing that just to go back to WWE. Um, I could see him doing that as well, man. But either way, he'd end up back in WWE. If MJF
Mm-hmm.
already resigned, I will be disappointed.
Mm.
I could see that. I could see that. Yes, that is what I would be disappointed for, Logan. I am really. I would
Yeah.
really like to see what they do with the bidding war of 2024. And he's talked about it for so long.
It's
I
gotta
feel like
happen.
they're gonna do something on television, but I don't know. It's interesting with MJF because we don't know so
You
much
never know.
about the man.
Exactly. He's so much. Who knows?
Definitely, but who knows, man? Who knows? We'll see. Regardless, it's going to be interesting. If he did already sign, I think they'll bring a lot of the stuff on television. But if he didn't, it's just going to be interesting. It's going to be really,
Oh yeah.
really interesting. So yeah, man. Yeah, that is everything, man. That is everything. So that is our thoughts on Sasha Banks potentially, well, rumored to be showing up at Wrestle Kingdom this year, man. So it's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be awesome to watch, and it's gonna be awesome to see, man. And I can't wait to see what she does. I can't wait to see what she does next, and I do hope we see her wrestling some new people, man. It's gonna be nice.
Definitely, man. Definitely, bro. Look at that ringside notification. Ain't no fucking way. Good thing I'm missing that fucking show tonight.
Fucking
Gable
Gable
Stevenson.
Stevenson on SmackDown, man.
Kill me.
This is what's fun about about having two companies at the top of their game. 100%. I
Mm-hmm.
love I love to think about like big stars from here going there, big stars from there going here. It's so fun.
Oh,
And
100%.
yeah, and I love conversating with you guys about this shit, man, because I know it gets you guys excited, it gets us excited, and we're all just talking about what we love, man. So it's awesome. It's awesome. I absolutely love talking about like dream match scenarios with you guys. This guy going here, why he wouldn't, da 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 da. It's fun. I love it. It's you hit that right on the head. This is
Truly,
what's
bro.
so much fun about having two top wrestling companies, man. It's awesome. It's awesome. Three if
Exactly,
you count
bro.
New Japan, so four if you count Impact. But yeah, man. So
Kill me.
so so yeah, man. That is gonna do it for this edition of the Notorious Sales Podcast, man. Thank you guys for staying a little longer, hanging out with us, man. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys, and thank you guys for having a great conversation in the last 20 minutes of this video, man. So yeah, man, that is gonna do it. That is gonna do it for this edition of the news. Once again, always, always, always a pleasure for my Johnny Mayhem.
And Sir K.
And that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious Heels podcast. um, once again, oh, never mind. I already did that. So yes, that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious Heels podcast, man. This has been episode 139. Thank you guys so much. We love you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you guys on Monday with Notorious Unscripted.
Peace.
I used to get feels on the bitch. Now I throw shields on the dick to stop me from that HIV shit. And niggas know they soft like a Twinkie fillin', playing the villain, prepare for this rap killing. Biggie Smalls is the illest. Your style is played out like Arnold, and that's what you talking about, Willis. The thrill is gone, the black Frank White is here to excite, throw dick to dice. Bitches are like I'm brainless, guns are like I'm stainless steel. I want the fucking fortune like the wheel. I squeeze cats till my clips is empty, don't tempt me. You don't want the fuck with
Here I am, I'll be damned if this ain't some shit. Time to spread the butter lyrics over harmony grip. It's the Mood Killer Death Trap. Yes, I'm a jet black ninja. Coming where you at.